Ohtani's hilarious CM pose craze.
His Decorte pose took over social media and captivated the world. Kosei's 2025 ad revenue is set to surpass 10 billion yen, an unprecedented feat. Shohei Ohtani's influence is redefining the sports business. This video dives deep into the full story behind the Decorte pose craze.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe.
Beyond my wildest dreams.
It was Kosei President Kobayashi who said those words. Let's take a look back. Last year, the commercials featuring Shohei Ohtani generated an estimated 5 billion yen, 30 in advertising impact. With media exposure and publicity effects, that number soared to more than 1.5 times the previous year, proving just how powerful Ohtani's influence truly is. At the 2024 Financial Results Conference, President Kobayashi remarked, "It was a year that began and ended with Ohtani." Those words carry real weight. It was Ohtani who brought a turning point that changed the course of the brand's history. And in the much-anticipated 2025 season, Ohtani once again set off a global storm, this time with his Decorte pose from a new Kosei commercial. Throughout the season, the pose became a sensation, lighting up stadiums around the world. One of the most memorable moments came when star players like Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman joined in, striking Ohtani's pose on camera. The footage instantly went viral on social media, and even broadcasters couldn't resist joining the fun. One announcer jokingly shouted, "Home run! Sponsored by Decorte!" This entire movement became a catalyst that sent Cosme Decorte's sales skyrocketing. On the brand's official online store, sales of their flagship product, Liposome Advanced Repair Serum, jumped 1.7 times overnight. At the Omotesando pop-up store in Tokyo, sales hit 1.5 times higher than the previous year, in just a few days. But perhaps the biggest surprise was the surge in male customers. In the luxury skincare market, which is usually dominated by women, the male purchase rate increased by an astonishing 7.5 times. Ohtani, usually polite and humble, flashes a playful wink in the commercial while sliding the product into frame. That contrast between his modest personality and his confident, charming performance captured hearts across genders and generations. For Kosei, this was a bold gamble. Appointing a male athlete as the face of a luxury skincare brand was unprecedented, and many inside the company reportedly voiced concerns, calling it too risky. And as you can see, the results speak for themselves. Shohei Ohtani has gone far beyond the boundaries of a sports star. He's become someone who can elevate a company's entire brand value. It's estimated that the 2025 advertising impact could exceed $66 million, making him truly worthy of the title, an athlete who moves the economy. Amid this growing excitement, Kosei's flagship Tokyo store launched special Ohtani-themed products and campaigns. Visitors came not only to buy something, but to experience the Ohtani effect for themselves, enjoying the atmosphere as much as the products. Then, on September 21st, celebrating how the Decorte pose had spread even throughout his team, Kosei handed out special trading cards at a home game against the Giants. Each set included 3 cards, featuring Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and Teoscar Hernandez, delighting fans across the stadium. Ohtani's trading cards have also become a major sensation, fetching astonishing prices on the market. Some rare cards have been auctioned off for jaw-dropping amounts. In fact, one of his cards once sold for over $1 million, a record-breaking figure. And the 2025 season has reignited that same frenzy among collectors and fans alike. But this isn't just about numbers or market value. It's proof that Shohei Ohtani is admired and respected on a global scale. From a single pose, the Decorte phenomenon has become a cultural movement, one that truly deserves to be called the Ohtani effect. There are very few athletes in the world who can influence so many different fields at once. For us fans, Ohtani's presence is something we can be genuinely proud of. What about you? How do you feel seeing Ohtani's impact reach this far? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think about the Ohtani phenomenon.
To show our unity.
As one Dodgers player put it, it's to show our unity as a team. The Decorte pose has now become a beloved part of Los Angeles Dodgers culture, something the team can't imagine being without. It all started during one of their hitters' meetings. The players were reviewing video footage of their next opposing pitcher when, suddenly, a clip of Shohei Ohtani hitting a home run appeared on the screen. But right after that, for some reason, the screen switched to Ohtani's cosmetics commercial. In a room usually filled with intense focus, the team suddenly saw Ohtani winking and sliding a product across the screen. Everyone burst into laughter. The tension instantly melted, and the room filled with energy and good vibes. The first time fans got to see the pose was during a dramatic walk-off home run, coincidentally on Bobblehead Day, when Ohtani figurines were being given out at the stadium. After his home run, encouraged by teammates like Freeman and Mookie, Ohtani struck the exact same pose from the commercial right at home plate. The crowd erupted. And from that moment, the Decorté craze truly took off. Fans around the world were fascinated by the unexpected mix of baseball and a beauty commercial, and they couldn't get enough of it. Even Kosei, caught off guard by the global reaction, began to feel a sense of social responsibility emerging from the phenomenon. President Kobayashi stated, "Thanks to Ohtani, our company's vision has accelerated." He reaffirmed Kosei's mission to uplift people through beauty, across generations, genders, and borders. In fact, discussions have already begun around initiatives like donating to youth sports programs for every Decorte pose and establishing a Japan-US cultural exchange fund. It's clear that this movement isn't just about business success. It's about giving back to society. And beyond that, Ohtani's influence has sparked a surge in the men's beauty market. Many men began saying, "If Ohtani uses it, I want to try it too," driving demand so high that Kosei had to revise its entire production plan. Looking ahead to 2025, the company plans to expand its men's Decorte line and develop new skincare products designed for post-sports care. Shohei Ohtani isn't just redefining what it means to be an athlete. He's opening the door to a brand new industry, athlete beauty. And this craze didn't stop in America. Demand has surged across baseball-loving regions like Taiwan, South Korea, and Latin America, spreading worldwide through MLB broadcasts. President Kobayashi commented, "The 10 billion yen advertising impact is actually a conservative estimate. The real effect could be far greater." He proudly added that Kosei is creating a new culture together with Ohtani. It's now undeniable. Shohei Ohtani's presence is elevating not just his team's image, but the brand power of the entire Dodgers organization. The positive ripple effects he's generating are unlike anything we've seen before. Watching these moments unfold, you can't help but feel moved, thinking, he really joined the right team. Ohtani's smile, the laughter of his teammates, and the energy they share radiate a bond that goes far beyond words. But did you know that the moment the Decorte Pose was born came with an incredible behind-the-scenes story, one that the players themselves later revealed?
It's fine as long as everyone's having fun.
As Ohtani himself said with a smile, "What started as a small, playful gesture has grown into a movement that now unites the entire team and even draws in fans and brands around the world." It all began during one unforgettable game. Right after hitting a walk-off home run and stepping on home plate, Ohtani made a subtle motion, tracing his fingers in front of his face as if delicately holding something between his thumb and forefinger. Fans immediately reacted, "Wait, isn't that from the commercial?" Within seconds, the whole stadium erupted in excitement. That gesture, of course, came straight from his Kosei Cosme Decorte commercial, a luxury skincare ad in which Ohtani performs the same elegant move. But this moment wasn't pure coincidence. There were a few hints leading up to it. Outfielder Michael Conforto recalled, "I think it was during our hitters' meeting. We were watching footage of the next opposing pitcher, and then there was a clip of Shohei hitting a home run. Right after that, the screen suddenly switched to his cosmetics commercial. It was actually Bobblehead Day for Shohei. And after his walk-off homer, Miggy and Mookie told him to do the move, and he did. That's how it all started." Teammate Max Muncy also revealed the story on the podcast Foul Territory. "We have hitter meetings every day, and one guy makes a PowerPoint for it. This time, someone added Shohei's commercial. I think it was for Kosei, where he slides his fingers across his face and winks at the end. Everyone just lost it. The whole room was laughing. Then that night, when he hit the walk-off homer, he copied it right there at home plate. And ever since, it's just become a thing for us. What began as a lighthearted inside joke soon became a ritual, a shared symbol of joy and unity that grew stronger with every game. And the one who helped push this movement even further? It was none other than Shohei's wife, Mamiko, whose thoughtful gesture added a beautiful twist to the story. On Bobblehead Day, during the game against the Marlins, several players' wives came to watch the match. But one post in particular quickly became the talk of social media. An Instagram video by Kelly Muncie, Max Muncie's wife. In the post, Kelly playfully imitated the Decorte pose, adding the caption, "Is this right?" and tagging Shohei Ohtani's official account. The card attached to her post bore the words, "From Mamiko," a heartfelt nod that instantly went viral online. Even Kose's staff were taken aback. They admitted, "We never imagined our commercial gesture would be performed as part of an MLB home run celebration," adding in interviews, "There's never been a precedent where advertising became embedded in sports culture like this. This was a moment when advertising achieved an influence beyond anything possible with ordinary campaigns." So how does Ohtani himself feel about it? In an interview, he smiled and said, "If it gets teased and makes people laugh, I think that's fine." He added, "It's a good vibe because it means I've been hitting well enough to let this happen." A simple, playful gesture grew into laughter among teammates, became a team slogan, and eventually drew in fans and brands alike. That journey, from a tiny movement to a cultural phenomenon, is exactly the story of the birth of the Decorte pose.
Thanks for watching all the way through. What did you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to follow Shohei Ohtani's incredible journey. See you in the next one.